How are we doing, everybody? My name is Bandit on the More Bandit Survivor channel, Bandit Survivor, but just with a little bit less effort. And today we're going to be talking about Chaotic Reality Season 1, Episode 2, the org that I have been a part of. And this is called I Swear on Everything. If you have not already checked out Episode 1, I don't even think my words can explain the chaos that happened in that episode. It was just insanity. So obviously we're going to be spoiling Episode 1. In this, we're going to be talking about it because it happens after Episode 1. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of talk about Episode 1, so check it out if you haven't already. And make sure to check out this Chaotic Reality YouTube channel afterwards if you haven't already, because they put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and I'm going to be constantly pausing and giving my thought processes on events that occur, because I was in this and I want to let people know what I was thinking, because you don't actually get that much time in these lives to be able to describe your thought processes. I think that's pretty much everything I have to say. Hopefully this video will be a little bit less on the time wise, because we kind of nearly hit 2 hours on the rough version of the previous video, but there was a lot to talk about. I nearly got eliminated, so let's go. Cheers. There's me, somehow hanging in there.
Hello. Hi. Okay.
It's me, and it's a confessional. Oh my god.
I'm supposed to chat to myself.
Hello, should I just start talking?
Goodness me. I hate my life. Captain Great.
I would say this has been a successful first round. I'm so happy I survived. And the person that I voted for, bye. He's gone.
Connor, I feel so bad because he seems like such a sweetheart, but I do not like metagaming. As someone who plays a lot of these orgs, it makes me mad that like he even brings up the fact that like, oh, he's played YouTube, Bandit's played YouTube, or like has a YouTube channel, da 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 da. Like, who cares?
My friend, my poor Connor, he has been got.
It sucks to see Connor go. It sucks to vote out a fan, obviously, of the channel, but when you come after me, you know, you're gonna get out.
See, I made an alliance.
Yo!
I may have been responsible for your brother's demise, Duck.
It's okay, I'm not angry.
Okay.
I didn't realize that so many people had played these before, and Connor being eliminated because he'd never done one before, that makes me really nervous because...
So the thing is that Connor obviously gets eliminated because he hasn't played an org before. He was very vocal about that, but that wasn't the reason why he got eliminated. That was just kind of a byproduct. It's because he was going after someone that he knew had played in org before. So that's why we kind of got him out, and a lot of people kind of identified with me that if they're going after a person like me who's played in org before, you know, Connor could look at someone else after me that he perceives to be the next most experienced in orgs or in social strategy sorts of formats and go after them. So it was kind of a stigma that unfortunately meant that he was going up against the odds, and obviously people sided with me that round, even though it was a super tight vote. Also, this is my uni stuff. This is what I wear to university, so yeah, you're getting some insight. I literally just came off a conversation with my dissertation tutor there, so go me. It's been a very busy past 48 hours.
Connor covered my back and said that he was the only one who hadn't done any of these before. So that just makes me really nervous.
I'm trying to understand who actually voted for Bandit, but I think it might be Jace, Terry, Connor, and Jesus, Brandon, maybe? I definitely know that Jace voted for me because he cut me off when like I was saying about how
I shout out org, so he's like, as he says, in an org. And then there was another individual, Panino, who was saying that he needed to talk to me, so maybe he wrote down my name. But now I just have to graft. I just have to...
So I'm going to cut myself off here. There's not really a good time to cut me off because I'm always waffling on, if you know me. But Panino there, he basically summed up what my thoughts were after that round. Was Connor obviously put my name down. Terry and Jace I was very confident with. And then the last one I was like, I don't really know who it could be. It could be Brandon, it could be Ant, who turns out to be Ant. And then I think Panino as well. Something that was cut out of this, I'm pretty sure at least, was after Connor was booted and we were kind of in between the confessional breaks and the first round still, kind of that middle section. Panino was like, Bandit, I need to chat to you about something immediately, and kind of explain myself. And that doesn't really inspire confidence, you know, when you hear someone be like, I really need to chat to you after a tight vote. You're kind of thinking, okay, right, you're not going to come and have a private one-on-one conversation with me just to say, I followed the plan, I voted out Connor. So I was a little bit worried that my boy Panino may have went up against me and put my name down, but as we turn out, it actually works out.
Go back to my social game. I just have to ensure that I can survive and get along with everyone, because if not, then people are just going to see me as the easy target because I got 4 votes last round and get me out.
I'm good with a lot of people, but Bandit is definitely a threat. But the reason why I targeted Connor was because I like to use Bandit as a shield.
So it's interesting because coming into this org, I was like, I want to try and play under the radar. I even think I talk about that in my... I definitely talk about it in my episode 1 reaction. I think I talked about it in my pre-season confessional as well, but I think they used that part about how I want to be under the radar and in the middle. So I just want to have connections with everyone, but not be this big threat. And then Connor happened, so I had to kind of adapt there. So I guess for a lot of people, I was seen as a shield, someone that is always going to have a big target on their back, that is this big threat, apparently this big challenge beast, that can, you know, be a big challenge at the end of the game, and when they see that their opportunity arise, they can cut me. So that's kind of interesting strategy by Brendan. As I say in my confessional booth, whether it's winning the immunity challenge, which I think they're called in Chaotic Reality, or my social game, I have to make sure now that I am not repeating what happened last round where I got votes, because the very easy option is for a lot of people to say, Bandit nearly got eliminated last time, you know what, let's just get rid of Bandit because we don't want to introduce new people into the nomination or the eviction field. So I have to be very careful this round to ensure my safety, really. Hello, Jace.
I'm happy the vote went my way. I feel like this is a step in the right direction for me, and you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for these people.
What I'm just striving to do now is win more, stay safe, not do any nominations, and in the end, sail to jury. I know jury's not far away, but I just need to sail to jury.
I'm here to dominate. I did not give a single nomination. So
Must be
I'm
nice.
looking forward to the rest of the game. I hope I don't become too much of a threat.
The good that we've got a lot of international people in the cast. We've got Panino, we've got Jess, we've got a few
Jonah.
other individuals. That's super cool. Let me go grab something.
Is Canada international?
Honestly, I should have just shown up to Chaotic Reality just like this, in my Los Angeles shirt and my LA hats. Should have just had a mock in my hand, put on an American accent. Well, we got an Americano here, and we know it's an Americano, and it's the greatest in the world because the first 7 letters and it spell out America. That's how we know it's good. So if I just came in with all my LA hashtag merch and my hashtag lols and how you doings, then we would have been grand. But instead, they have the Northern Irish person to deal with.
You have this Northern Irish prick. So the thing about this is, like, I come in and I'm like, okay, I might plan some confessionals, just because, you know, it's fun to have them structured in a game where so much chaos can happen. It's kind of nice to have that fallback of, okay, I've planned this out, we can go for it. So the plan was for me to take off my hoodie and then reveal a Los Angeles shirt and a LA Lakers hat, which I bought like a day before this event, and then pretend to be American, so that people would like me more. But the thing is, I have a box light. I call it a fluorescent light. People call it a studio light. You know, it's got lots of different names, and it shines this white light on me. So that's why, you know, I've got this nice like background in spite of the fact that it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I think it might actually be past that time, but it generates a lot of heat and it's constantly shining on you. So like I was feeling so warm that the plan was take off the hoodie, do a fun sort of like meme in my shirt, and then put the hoodie back on again. And I was like, you know what, I can't put this hoodie on, I am roasting. So I decided just to wear all the Los Angeles stuff. Shout out to Duck for editing that. That was super funny, with the American flag and the American music. Much appreciations.
And I can forgive, but I can't forget, because chaos is going to be happening to those individuals that voted for me. Maybe not directly the round after, because I had to kind of play it smart, but I'll definitely get my revenge.
I don't know if I'm gonna target next. Like I've been saying a lot. I'm in my Sandra Diaz Twine era. Anyone but me. So I guess we'll see.
There's also a Gimme Gimme Alliance, me, Brendan, and I forget. Oh, Jess. So we're gonna slay.
I feel like I've made some good connections so far. I feel good. I didn't even get a single vote to go on the block this first round. I feel like this is going very well for me so far. So, yeah, happy.
I have to try and make some alliances. So we're gonna go for the people who have been the nicest to me, and we're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna do it that way, I think.
I was so scared of Bandit going, because Bandit right now, he's my final two. I trust Bandit a lot. I don't care that he's played Orcs. I trust Bandit.
Connor was correct. The one thing he was correct about is that I'm a threat and you have to get rid of me immediately, as soon as you can. But hopefully I can be able to go onto the radar, agree with some people, work some things out, and do things like
Hello, Jace. So yeah, a lot to unpack there. I was going to pause during Panino, but then of course my stupid face had to interrupt and have a confessional. So surprisingly, from the very beginning, Panino was like me and Bandit final two. So I'm not sure if they cut anything out between Connor's elimination and there, but like it's surprising that like we haven't even started the second round of the game and Panino was already like me and Bandit final two. So yeah, I was very keen on working with Panino, obviously. Certain things happened in Eradication Season 6 which made me feel bad, can't say, but because of that I was like, okay, gotta work with Panino. So me and Panino were working together, and yeah, what I said in my confessional is right. You know, I am a threat, but at the end of the day, like, I'm a player that, like, I will obviously respect you if you take the move to get me out of the game. You know, I'm very rarely bitter in these sorts of orgs. I always see orgs as like an extension of people, so they're not actually playing as like their real world selves, they're playing as like an exaggerated individual. So, you know, like, if you're not the best to me in an org, I understand. If you're not the best to me outside of an org, then screw you, to be honest. But if you're going to take your shot at me in an org, you better hope it hits, because I feel like in pretty much most orgs, I can turn it from 0 to 10 the quickest out of any contestant, and I can play so aggressively. So if I think that someone's getting onto me and it's going to eliminate me, or has tried to eliminate me, as we saw with Connor, I can spin it around and flip back on you. So yeah, if anyone is trying to use that as a basis for trying to get me out early in orgs, just know, like, be very, very careful, and you might want to kind of delay when you come after me, because you don't want to be an early boot as much as I don't want to be an early boot.
Hello?
I felt so bad for Jace. He had so many connection
Let's
issues.
go ahead and get back in the game so you guys know what time it is. It's now in.
So this is interesting because we had confessional breaks. We had Jace, obviously. We had Brandon. We had myself, Panino, Thievin, Jonah, Ant. And we didn't have Avi, and we didn't have Terry or Jess. So not sure what happened there. Like, maybe one of them will tell me after this recap goes out, but were they not able to film those confessionals from a production standpoint? Did they just not make confessionals? Were they using that time to, get food or get water or, like relax or whatnot? That'd be interesting, because I was looking forward to seeing some of their thought processes in this round, but we don't get any confessionals from them, so I got 50% of them seemingly.
The amount of players that can be immune from this will be 3. So, you guys ready for the next challenge? I sure as am. So,
and also I want to say, just because we get into the challenge here and it'll be too late to say, I get a lot of confessionals there and I talk a lot, but it's because when I go into confessional room, you have like 2 to 3 minutes in these live org formats, and I literally, this is not me exaggerating, I literally am running around the house like for that sort of America thing. I took off the hoodie, ran to the fridge at the back, got out a mocha, which wasn't even Americano, so I'm a liar. I came out to the front, did that whole thing, put it away, closed the fridge, think I put back on my hoodie, not even certain at this point, and then I had like a strategic confessional, I had a social confessional, I had a confessional about like positives to my games and negatives to my games, kind of some humor thrown in there. So I like try to cover so many different points there, so that obviously you fans are interested and entertained by my commentary. I'm providing the org with what they want, the moderators and the producers, and then also it's a fun little thing for any of the contestants that I play these orgs with. They can go back and see that I was just going crazy in my confessional room.
I want everyone to grab their toothbrush, please, and show it in the air like you just don't care. Alrighty. So this competition will be simple. So all you have to do is flip the toothbrush. But what this means exactly is I'm going to go to you guys
it's a pen,
20
it's a
seconds
tiny
each,
pen,
right?
okay?
And you're going to have 20 seconds to flip this toothbrush as much as you can, just like this. You can flip it in other ways. It just has to do a full rotation, and that's 1 point. You're going to have 20 seconds to flip it as much as you can. But if it drops to the ground, it's over. Your point, the amount of points you ended at, that will be it. I'm going to be dragging you guys one-on-one into the shred zone, right? To do this competition. You guys understand? So let's go ahead and begin.
So how well do you think I do, considering I can't even catch a pen? How many do you think I got? So here's the thing, right? Is that obviously this is a catching challenge. You have to throw it up in the air. That's better. And you have to like catch it, and it has to do a full rotation. This is a very tiny pen. There we are. So it has to do 1 rotation through the air, and then that counts as 1 point. If you drop it, then that means that it's reduced to 0, and it's not a case of, you hit 0, you can try again and keep flicking. If it drops to the ground, it's 0, you're out. It doesn't matter if you do it 2 seconds in, if you do it 18 seconds in, your score is 0. So really for me, my strategy was to have my hand and then kind of like lift it up so as flat as possible so I could use my wrist. And that's why like sometimes the toothbrush, this is a really bad example because this pen is tiny. I would like flick it up my hand like that, so it's fully up in my hand, and then I'd be able to again throw it. So having a flat surface that I was holding my wrist up with and being able to kind of add my wrist to the circumference and the area of where I could catch the toothbrush was something that I used as a strategy in this challenge. I obviously took the glove off. I think it would be a bit unfair to have a big glove to catch things, but it's like I do sport coaching, so we're doing volleyball, dodgeball, basketball, any throwing activities. You always teach the kids to have like your TV screens, to have it like that, and then if the ball comes you can clasp it very easily. So obviously you could only use one hand, but that's what I was trying to do there. And it's so funny. I'll try and see if they can get it released onto the YouTube channel, but before this took place, basically VC went one-on-one with people into their rooms and then counted down 20 seconds. Obviously everyone else, we were literally just in those rooms just like flicking toothbrushes, like 10 of us, all in our teens or in our 20s. It was just a monstrous sight of just these adults just flicking pens over and, well, toothbrushes, I don't know why I said pens, flicking toothbrushes over and over again. It was a sight to behold.
Alrighty. I'm not gonna say any points. I'm just gonna simply reveal who is safe. Already. Everyone ready? In first place is Bandits.
Victory Screech! We did it. So obviously great, guaranteed my spot in the final 9. Means I can't be targeted this round at all, not for a nomination. The only thing is I can't nominate someone, but I'll talk about that later on. And I get quite a few flips, especially over second place. So I was trying to do it where I would hopefully end up in second or third place, not in first place because that puts the target on my back. But I ended up in first place. Thankfully, the number of flips weren't told to the contestants, so I kind of go a little bit under the radar in that aspect. But yeah, 19 flips. I was just going ham with that toothbrush.
Good job, Ben.
And is immune. Anyways, in second
How many
place,
flips?
I can't tell you. I'm just telling you who and what order. Alrighty. In second place is Chase. So that means he is immune, he's good to go, he will make it to round 3.
Oh, congrats.
And in third place, is very close, is... Who am I gonna pick? I'm gonna pick Avi. What? Let's see what the room limits for this round are going to be. If I can get there. There we go. You cannot once again be in the shred quarter, so you can't stay here. The shred zone is going to have 4. Document disposal, 3. Confidentiality corner, 3. And craft chamber, 2. You will have 2 minutes to discuss these nominations. So, I'd better start hauling ass. I am starting the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
And now I need someone to come in here so I can just have a nice little one-on-one chat.
Oh, I haven't had time to talk to you. What's up?
Okay, can I just come off clean right now?
Yeah.
That lone vote was
Yeah.
from me.
So here's the thing, Panino, he goes up to Terry and instantly he's like, Terry, the lone vote for you was me. Which I understand if like Terry was like asking him where Panino voted and, you know, he decided to be honest. But I feel like outright saying that kind of put a bit of a target on Panino, of course, division between him and Terry. And I'm not sure if it was something that he necessarily had to say, because again, there was a lot of votes for me, there was a lot of votes for Connor, so he could have easily disguised his vote for me or Connor. I'm sure Terry wouldn't even have mind if Panino said that he voted for Connor, so yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Okay. What are you guys thinking?
But I guess he's trying to like build a bridge with him
Yeah,
and
hold
like
on.
show honesty.
Phone timers. Did everything. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, we got Ann here.
There you go.
I'm just trying to think like who all was on the block last round, you know?
Hello, everyone.
So, considering Jace has got a ton of connection issues, how did he get 14? how did his camera firstly capture the toothbrush? How did Discord not crash? Because it seemed like he was having a lot of technical difficulties. How did he know when the 20 seconds were up? You know, a lot of people question me getting first in that challenge. I'm questioning Jace getting second. Maybe it's just me.
Hi, congrats.
Congrats on me, first of all.
Can I just ask, just so we get it out of the way, who did everyone vote for? And you can be honest.
I voted for Connor. I was the
voted
one
for
who
Connor.
nominated.
Okay, so this is me setting a timer here on my phone for the round. It's very handy to have a timer set up on your phone so that you know if you need to play more aggressively, if it's your last minute and you feel like you're on the chopping block, and always just have it off on the side just so I can see the time, because again, even though VC has that big counter, you're not allowed to go into shreds headquarter, which is the main hub area. So it's important to have your timer on you, and the time on my laptop, it doesn't show seconds, it only shows minutes. So that's why I'm just starting a timer on my phone and typing in a few buttons. But yeah, Brandon and Faven, shout out to them. They did God's work in episode 1.
Like, genuinely, thank you both so much. Like, without you, I wouldn't be here. So
I also 100% vouch for Bevan.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I vouch for Faven as well.
It's because we haven't talked yet, so you voted me. I understand that because like we literally have not spoken. We're good.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I was one of the people who voted Bandit because I already knew he was getting votes. So
Yeah.
I knew I would it wouldn't matter, and I didn't want to put up someone else.
That's really interesting. That's like the exact opposite philosophy that I had that round. But it makes just as much sense. Like, if you don't want to cause any conflict, and if you don't want to cause paranoia, then you do what Avi does, which is you put an extra vote onto someone that you know is already getting votes. Whereas for me, I wanted to create paranoia because I felt like there might be a good chance of me getting at least one rogue vote from people. So that's why I wanted to spread out as many people as possible that were in the nomination round. So it's just very interesting that we have like complete opposite ideologies in this game. That's kind of cool. Shout out to Avi because they were super fun during this live event in the game.
Yeah. Well, the reason I voted for him was because I know Connor's brother. And I'm like, if he gets voted out first, his brother's gonna bully him, dude. I didn't want that.
Recommended Terry. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not gonna lie, I did that last time. Okay. So I don't know, I'd be okay with doing it again. Nothing against him there.
Well, yeah, nothing
No.
against like,
Yeah. Like we said before, this is nothing personal.
Amazing. I'll probably talk to other people because.
Yeah. Can I just say I'd like this being like an under the radar 3. Just that's like an option
I like
under.
it, yeah.
Like, I just think people are going to expect us just floating an idea out there just in case you think about it.
I'm so down, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you can move whatever you want.
So here's the thing, I'm immune this round, so I can't nominate. So like when Brandon and Faven are discussing who should we nominate, there's no point for me to be part of that discussion, because even if the person that I want to be nominated does get nominated, then I mean, you can like influence people obviously that don't have immunity, but I feel like the downsides outweigh the upsides. Like, it could be turned on me next round when I don't have immunity that I threw a person's name out there. This round, what I need to do is I need to show people and tell people, if you're saying that name to me, I will be loyal to you, and I will do that, and I will support you. Because the thing that I don't want to happen is I win immunity this round and then I just get voted out at the final 9. So I have to show, hey, I'm willing to do whatever you want. You can use me as a number. Kind of fight that perception that Connor was throwing out round 1, and try to get some allies. I'm trying to establish a 3 between myself, Brandon, and Faven, which is quite funny because these two, they didn't mention it to me obviously, but they are also in a faction with Jess as well. So I think me and Jess have the same thought process: get Brandon, get Faven, and try and work together as an under the radar 3. So that's what I tried doing this round. Tried throwing out connections with people so that, you know, when I lay those seeds, and they'll be able to sprout and save me potentially down the line when I don't have immunity.
Like, at the end of the day, I just have to prove my loyalty here, so.
I'll move on into others. See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
My voting style of this game is just going to be to vote someone who already has a vote. Hey guys, it's me.
Hey, Abby content. We finally get to see some Abby content. This is, firstly, very cute dog.
And I'm with my dog Chloe and my dog Peanut over here. And I'm just like, you know, preparing for college, doing all the fun stuff. Preparing for this game. I'm so excited to be playing. My strategy going in this will to kind of be, I want to be everyone's friend. I want to be like a really, I don't want to be a threat. I just want to be like a person everybody wants to keep, so that if I do come online, it's not going to be a big surprise, or it's not going to like be like threatening people, because everyone's going to be like, oh my god, they're so nice, wow. I hope everyone has a fun time playing. This will be my comeback season, where I will get better than 6th place, because 6th place is for losers.
No, I do the same thing. But I'm not gonna vote for you though this round. Wait, you
Well,
can't. You're
I'm
immune.
not-
You're immune.
I'm gonna-
Yeah.
I'm going Terry. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that honestly. I don't
Yes,
know.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like
All
nobody
right,
else.
I'm gonna go to some other channels. All right.
Yeah, me too.
This was the
Oh.
only.
That one's full.
Ben, who are you thinking? Because I have no clue.
I don't know. I mean, last time I put in Terry, so I might do that again.
Do you want me to leave this room just because I don't nominate this round, so I don't really have a say,
Yeah,
and then you guys can have
you
an
might
extra
as well,
person?
like-
Yeah, no problem. But
Oh, okay,
I'll
okay.
spray. I'll spray.
Okay.
I thought more value in actually getting into a 3-person room, just because if I'm here on my own, like I am now, hello Reki.
So the thing is that I started off this wanting to go into 2-person rooms so that I can have a one-on-one conversation with someone, a very good one-on-one conversation, and be able to form a very tight bond with them. But I started off this round going into the 3-person room just so I could form a 3, because obviously it's an extra number, and because I feel like people might not want to go into a room with someone that can't nominate and really be part of the conversation because they have no power at this stage of the game. So I waited till later on in the round to try and form a one-on-one connection with someone and kind of have a private conversation, which you don't really get in this game. So it was a nice luxury, and it's handy when I had immunity in this round, and that was my thought process. If I won immunity, was try and have one-on-one conversations with people and ensure that they're strong enough that they can save me for future rounds.
Then there's not really any value. Panino, hello.
There's
Panino.
You said you wanted to chat to me.
Yeah, I did want to chat with you because this is a good duo. That first round killed me.
Did you?
I was like, no, that.
Who did you vote for?
I was actually so scared for you.
So you voted for me?
Terry. I was the lone vote for Terry because I was just. No, I didn't vote for
That's
you.
no problem.
No.
European brothers, like.
So we're getting kicked out here, so that's why our conversation was very short. He was just like, oh, I voted for Terry. I was like, European brothers, me and you. So I don't know if Panino knows this, but like him saying that he voted for Terry to me was such a good indicator that he was being truthful and that he's someone that was loyal and that I wanted to go deep into the game with. Because if you think about it, who in their right mind would try to act like they were the lone Terry vote if they weren't it? Because then that puts you in a direct argument against one person, where if they're the actual Terry vote, they can obviously state why they were the Terry vote, and then it's you locked against them. Whereas if he said, oh, you know, I was a Connor vote, then, well, that's one of 6 votes, so it's just a big mosh pit at that point to try and work out who's actually lying, because you have to work out who of the 6 are telling the truth out of a 7. So I actually trusted Panino a lot after that, especially because even though we had a lot of time to talk in the nomination round, the eviction round, I don't think I talked to him at all. So the fact that he spent so much time in a room with Connor and still didn't end up voting for me, I felt like that was very advantageous for me, and you know, I wanted to keep Panino around as a result.
Okay, guys, I've had Terry, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Okay, you were just talking about Terry now.
Okay, I feel kind of bad. I feel like, you know, I don't know. Anyway, it's okay.
Alrighty, guys, and also, guys, I have great news. I found Connor's thing. He's gone.
That makes me sad. VC, the emotional recoil from you shredding things kills me.
Well, one of you guys gonna get it next. So let's go ahead and get to voting.
Shut up!
Well, alrighty, guys, you guys can start voting now. You're welcome to continue discussion here if you would so like.
Feels so good because I did not discuss nominations at all.
Me neither. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey guys.
Dude, I'm being so for real. I have not said a single name or heard a single name. I do not know what the fuck I'm doing.
It's just up to draw then.
I'm sorry.
What am I doing?
Really?
I have the nominations. Are you guys ready? Now get it right this time, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The first nomination is Terry.
Man, again?
The second nomination is Panino.
So here's the thing: is Panino does get voted by Terry. So, I mean, Brandon. It's actually interesting. I never thought about that. Is that Brandon votes for Panino? So maybe they were doing a similar strategy to me, where they were deciding to throw a vote onto someone in fear of them being nominated. Which, I mean, spoilers for 5 seconds in the future, but they do end up nominated. So maybe they ended up using my strategy.
The third nomination.
But yeah, Terry votes for him.
Is Ant.
Ant's getting one vote again.
The final nomination. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Brendan.
Two flip. No, I'm gonna do that every time.
Vote for each other.
4 minutes to discuss who's getting out of here. Alrighty, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys, let's do this. In 3, 2, 1, get out of here. You guys are good to go.
Hello. There's 3 of us.
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
There is.
There's 3 of us, so I think us 3 we're good for each other, right?
At least we're not up for nomination or elimination.
Exactly. All 3 of us are safe. So I mean,
You know,
Oh,
it's not-
So that's the thing is, of course, I had to transition out. In like the case of like Jess, she is actually, I mean, ignoring like very specific niches, she's actually got more out of the round than me, from an objective standpoint, because she has immunity like me essentially, but she got to nominate someone. And because nominations are in private, it's very unlikely that it'll link back to you. So she actually got more out of the round than me, who obviously I couldn't nominate. So that's an interesting dichotomy.
Heard my name.
Perant.
However, I
My
have
first guess was Bandit. Because that just seemed like something maybe.
So that was a really good call by Jace. I'm assuming he means round 1 because round 2 I couldn't nominate because I had immunity. So maybe he's calling me out for episode 1 nominating Ant, in which case he was right. And it's kind of interesting that Jonah also nominated Ant. It's per Ant, like, she gets into the room with these people, she pleads her case, and then we go and we vote, and then someone from her room puts her name out. So it was me round 1, it was Jonah round 2, per person.
There's just kind of one person that probably has it out for me or something, and that scares me.
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
one of us 3 is leaving, so if we all
There's
vote
no,
the
there's
other
4 nominations,
person-
just 4. There's someone else, right?
Oh yeah. You're so right.
So we should
Oh
just
my
do the
God.
other person.
That's so true.
Well. This
I
is
like
not
you
bad.
too. I like you too.
Same.
So like, I don't want to vote out any you two.
Yeah, same.
Ugh,
So I guess we're on the same page.
So you're putting down Ant.
Yeah.
If I put down Ant, can I show like my loyalty to use?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing for me.
in the room that I was in, I know a lot of people, they were talking about wanting to put up Terry. So I know Terry's probably going to get a few votes.
Yeah.
'Cause I think me and Jess were both in that room too. So like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who else. Who put
So I think there was Penanino, there was Brendan, and who was the last
And
one?
there
Oh, the
was
one was Ant. Yeah.
I just don't understand, like, some of these people. The only people I talked to Terry, I talked to Panino, and I talked to somebody else, and none of us said your name.
I might just go down to confidential room if you guys want to stay up here and pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but like, I'm trying to be loyal to you guys, just so.
I don't know.
Can I just say, winning immunity was so good because I had an excuse of, oh well, you know, you don't want to chat to me because I'm immune. You should be pleading your case to other people, or during the nomination round, I could say, oh, you know, I can't vote, so I might as well go into another room. So it allowed me a nice little escape exit with a good excuse, because if you leave a room without an excuse, then that obviously opens conversations for people chatting about you, and it creates distrust. So I'm glad I had that fallback.
I feel like out of all those people, probably Terry, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, I
I
don't
plan
know.
on. Like, I feel bad because everybody's like new and I barely know them, but
Or
I
like,
feel
it still feels like this just started, you know? I'm like, oh.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm the only person, like, all the other 3 people who are going to be eliminated are in a VC together right now. So
I can go here. Give me a minute.
again,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Do we agree on end? You sure?
Yeah, we do. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It saddens me, but I just... This vote was just completely passed. Who joined? Ivy.
Hey. Who do y'all?
Uh,
who are we thinking of voting?
Brandon, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna tell you that I think I'll probably vote up there.
Right. Okay.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Like I was in a spot where I was just like, hey, I'll offer something to them. But I don't know. I'm gonna talk around more.
Yeah, and dude, I want to say like thank you for like calling out like Connor in the first round. Like I super appreciate it, and like having my back. Like this is me having your back. Just like if you're sends Terry, then I'll write down that name, just to
Yeah, I think so.
help you out. Okay. I want to chat to Jace because I haven't chatted to him yet.
Okay, good time to pause it. So yeah, Brandon shouted to them, they chased me down, and they're like, actually, I think I'm gonna do Terry. And very good sort of like social skills in that room, because I was like, oh yeah, like they're doing that, and like they were agreeing with me, they were nodding, they were using very positive language, non-verbally and verbally, of course. And then, you know, they said to me that they're doing Terry. So the situation for me here is, what do I do? Because I am pretty sure that the vote will be Terry. I had Terry submitted in my Discord channel, where obviously it's your interview channel, and then you submit the name, and then that person is either going up for nomination, which would have been the last part of this round, or eviction. The eviction phase we're actually eliminating someone now. So I was like, I could get rid of Terry, and Terry will probably receive the majority of the votes, or I could vote for another person. So I was kind of weighing that up in my head, if I wanted to just go along with the majority, or if I kind of wanted to play around with my vote.
Let me just.
Okay. She
Okay.
gone. Okay, so yeah, Terry then, eh?
Yeah.
I'll probably get the
Period.
most votes anyway.
no, I'm just saying, man. Like, I'm just saying, you know, me and you, we've known each other from like the first minute. We were in the VC together the first minute.
I'm just curious. Like,
It made me nervous that everyone who was nominated except for me were all in a VC together.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I didn't want, and exactly what I didn't want came up. They want
I know who
I'm voting.
Well, this is fun.
That part there is so funny. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby.
Yes, I haven't chatted to you yet, my friend.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I'm woken up.
Alright, not too much. Who did you vote for in the first round?
My guy. Don't suppose you voted for me. Yeah, I wanted to chat to Chase because I was chatting to Florangi when I was applying for Eradication, and he says that it's very common for people to get through half of these live events and have not chatted to like half the cast. Like they could play a 4-hour game and like 2 hours in, they're still meeting new people and they're only chatting for the first time. And my whole philosophy is when I play these orgs, it's like, yeah, I'm there to play the game. I'm obviously here to entertain you all, whether it be from the channel, people that are from the org community that want to see me play orgs. But also I'm here to chat to people and get to know them and have fun with them and create these like clippable moments or these fun moments and kind of show off some strategy as well. So that's why I was like, I've chatted to everyone but Jace. I might as well, say hi to Jace, even though I'm 99% sure he voted for me. But, I could use him down the line, even though I didn't fully trust him, but you never know what can happen in orgs.
I think
you can do the same thing there.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. It was you. I'm just...
Yeah. So he was lying there. He was trying to think of like who you could say, and then he was like, you know what, I voted for you, which I did appreciate. He just flat out said that he voted for me.
Completely honest and fair.
And this is why, like, I literally don't.
One much for lies.
We haven't chatted yet, so like, I completely understand why you put down my name, but like, I did want to form a connection with you, and like, show that we're good.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey. We're gonna do Terry.
What are you hearing? We're doing Terry?
Probably
I think a lot of people are gonna do Terry, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'll tell you. I was in a call with Terry and the person whose name starts with P, and they were trying to get me to vote Ant.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
T.
So that's interesting because I was part of that conversation as well, but that's two people now, both Panino, who's thrown Brendan and Terry kind of under the bus for voting for Ant, and then Brendan's thrown Panino and Terry under the bus for voting for Ant. So, I mean, Terry just got thrown under two buses there, but it's kind of interesting neither of them brought up me. Maybe it's because I had immunity, maybe it's because Panino and Brandon are very incentivized to work with me. Panino said he has a final 2 with me. Brandon, obviously, he's someone that has had my back throughout this org, and they've helped me, work out the dynamics of this round. So neither one of those reasons, I just avoid getting thrown under the bus, which I appreciate.
Some interesting tea.
They're like, we're three, all three of us are nominated.
Both of them, eh?
Like,
They're both
and me.
right now.
And me.
I don't think they're gonna get.
I was a part of it.
Hi, my name's Jess.
Jess content! We get Jess and Avi content, even though they didn't have any confessionals, so it all works out.
19, I'm from Australia. And I'm so excited to be playing the game. My strategy, I guess, coming into the game is to try and be as social as I can. I definitely want to make those connections early on, get people to like me, come across as trustworthy and loyal as I can. And yeah, just get on everyone's good side. I really want people to like me, especially early on in the game when people are, everyone's first impressions of everyone. I definitely want to come across as likable as I can. At the same time, I definitely also want to be a bit strategic, but I'm definitely going to keep that on the low. I don't want people to catch on and actually think that I'm going to be a threat. I definitely want to keep that hidden, and just make subtle moves. And I feel like people won't see that coming from me, and I don't want them to see it coming from me. I want it to be unexpected, I guess. I don't know. If worse comes to worse, I could throw someone under the bus. I might do that. Just if I have to do something to make sure that I don't go, I might have to do it. Because I definitely want to win.
I'm not voting you out, I swear on everything. I'm not voting you out at all. But I know that Brendan and Terry want to vote you out, but I'm not voting you out.
I'm voting Terry.
I'm voting Terry again.
Yeah, I'm voting Terry.
You voted Terry. I want to know who voted me.
No. I raised my hand up. I was the lone vote for Terry during the elimination round. No, sorry, Amy. Also,
Fanino got his wires crossed there. Fanino has just like some of like the funniest moments, and we're only in episode 2 of this org, and it's just like unintentional like humor of him lagging out, or just not understanding fully what people have said. Oh, that's so funny. That's the highlight of this episode so far. Who voted for me? Gotcha.
hi, Faven.
Hello.
Oh, for me, I've only heard Ant.
Okay.
Really?
What have y'all heard? What have y'all heard?
I actually just talked to Ant and like Abby too. And he said that he hasn't heard anybody say Ant yet. So whoever is throwing her out there, it's just he's got a drug. Right.
Yeah, I don't. This is gonna be interesting, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. I hope I don't go again. I've been nominated twice. No.
But Jason, just wanted to say hi because I think you're the only person I haven't chatted to, so you seem super cool. I like your glasses.
Yeah.
Well, they were hoping that I would be a number, but I don't think I am.
Everyone I've talked to so far, I don't know. I think they seem down with Harry. So like,
You guys
I
have
feel
any
like-
idea who's been nominating me?
I have no clue.
I don't either.
I haven't
Good name,
heard
really.
a thing.
That's
It's
spread
probably
out.
the same person.
Y'all deserve better, and you both will be staying. I do not care.
Right.
Do we agree on Terry?
On Terry, 100%.
I'm Terry, 100% guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
You're putting down Ant, okay.
Well, I'm not saying for sure. I'm not saying for sure. I just all I've heard.
Yeah. Well, this round's going to end very shortly.
So I look at my phone, obviously, which has the timer, and it's at like 50. So there's 10 seconds left of the round, and Terry's like, I'm not sure if I'm going to vote for Ant. You're not sure we're about to go and vote. So that's why I'm chewing my pen. I'm just like, oh dear, Terry, like, it's been fun, my friend.
Yeah.
Do you want me to leave?
Have you heard anything else? Oh, be good.
I'll leave you two just so you can.
I think it's a little bit more than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But
I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. Yeah,
What's
so
up, Terry?
nothing much, dude. I'm fucking worried I'm gonna get voted out, man. I don't want to go.
It's like, I don't know. We
Yeah.
haven't joined this. Oh, actually.
Okay.
Okay, Jonah.
Hi, Brendan.
You know what's up. You know what's up, okay?
Yes, I know what's up, Brendan.
Let me see if anyone else comes here. So they put Ace down in the first, or Anson down in the first round. Just like a throwaway vote, just to keep pressure off me and options open. So yeah.
So this is me coming into the room. Obviously it's a public room, so that's why I'm constantly looking at the bar just in case anyone joins. But I had to very quickly say why I voted for Ant. So obviously get more people out there, try and protect myself, maybe throw someone else under the bus if I need to. Throw Ant under the bus if I need to. So that's what I tried explaining around this time. Obviously it's like 1:30 in the morning, coming up to 2 o'clock, so I'm not going to be 100% articulate, which is why these recaps are so important, and which I'm honestly surprised that I did so well in the toothbrush challenge, considering I couldn't even flick a pen when it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon here. So yeah, apparently I'm not as bad as I thought at 1:30, but I do struggle sometimes with being able to articulate myself and break down my strategy point to point, because I am just so exhausted and so tired, and it's such a taxing event to go through for hours and hours on end. So yeah, that's why I kind of clarify things in these recaps.
They might be going here now, or Terry. Looks like I'm back in the middle.
Yeah. Hey,
Hello.
I was told last round was the Nino or whatever who did it, but because they told me themselves, they go, "Yo, I voted you" or whatever.
Because this is the second time I've.
Do you agree on Terry, Amy? Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Guys, it's time for the second elimination.
I find you. I know which one of you is nominating me over and over. I have not heard my name come up in anything. I will find you.
Same, honestly.
Whoever nominated me twice, buddy, I'll
I feel like
I'll
half of
find
us
you.
gonna need therapy after this.
Whoever nominated me, water off a duck back. No big deal.
See him.
Alrighty, guys, I have the votes. The first vote is Terry. The second vote is Terry.
Wait, what happened?
The first and second vote is Terry.
Oh, sucks. That sucks.
The third vote is Ant. The fourth vote is Ant. The fifth vote is Terry. The sixth vote is Ant. So far it is 3-3.
This is crazy.
Do I throw my vote or do I not?
Is Terry. And the second person eliminated from Chaotic Reality Live. I'm sorry, Terry. Terry, it's time to say your final words and say your goodbyes before you get shredded, man. Man, so much fun having you. You're so funny, man.
You know, my mom told me that too, so my mom also tells me I'm funny. So I think I haven't really talked to people about it, but I think the thing that did me in was my connection issues. I think that was it. Like my internet. If that was it, that sucks. Maybe next time. This was fun. Love meeting y'all. Good people. See you next time. Later.
All right, Gary.
See you in All Stars.
I will.
Oh, that
I'll
would
be back.
so awesome.
Oh no, not the retractor.
Yeah, I'll be back, buddy.
Oh no.
Gary, you have been shredded. It's time to go, man.
Oh, I get it. Shredded.
Yes, shredded.
That's funny.
I shred them. All right, Terry, you can go ahead and log off if you want to, man.
Yeah. See you, man.
See you, man. You did call me babe.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Man, I did not hear babe.
DC Terry show, man.
I lost it.
So I think I need to move myself here. Yes, I do. This is the part of the video where you see why it's more banded, because we don't edit. Well, we barely edit. So you'll see here I actually didn't vote to shred Terry. So this is kind of like a power struggle for me throughout the game, where I had Terry nominate, like, apologies to whoever was in my interview room because that was a train wreck. I had like nominated who off the bat? I nominated Terry, and then I had decided I might try and throw a vote onto, I think it was Panino, not to try and eliminate him or anything, just to put a vote onto him, so like that raises paranoia. And I was like, no, you know what, I'll vote for Terry. And then I was like, you know what, I'll vote for Ant, and then I think I decided at the end to vote for Terry. Actually, I know. So I voted for Terry, then Panino, then Ant, and then getting the order wrong. Terry, Panino, Terry, Ant. That was the order. Sorry, I'm trying to visualize it in my head. So I ended up voting for Ant, and that's because the worst thing I figured that could come out of this round was a 9-1 vote against Terry, because if that happens, then obviously Ant knows that Terry voted for them. That's eliminated, so that round is basically a whitewash. Any conflict that happened in that round is only going to be very minor. You can't hold votes over people, and Ant can't say, okay, who are the rest of the people after me? Now it's just a situation where people might revert back to round one, where if you look at it, the only person who would have had votes standing against them was me. So my concern was that people would just end up targeting me at the final 9 because of what happened at the final 11 and because I won immunity at the final 10. So I'm going to try and muddy the water here a bit and create a bit of a tighter vote, which does end up being quite tight, and I will say it could have been tighter for a reason you'll see here now. So I gotta say, firstly, me and Jonah on the same wavelength several times now with trying to vote for Ant. Ant, I will say, did get promoted from nomination to eviction status. I still didn't want them out, but I figured it would be good to try and cause a tighter vote And it would have been a 6-4 vote, the same that it was between me and Connor, if Jace actually voted for Ant, but his vote wasn't read out, so I'm not sure if just VC missed it. But actually, I think if you don't vote actually, then yeah, it's fine. It just doesn't count. So yeah, Jace didn't vote, so it was a 6-3 vote in total. It could have been 6-4 if they voted for Ant. So I'm not sure if they purposely abstained or if it was because of connection issues. But yeah, it could have been very tight. And obviously this round I don't remember as well as episode 1 because it's ingrained in my skull what happened that round because it was just insanity. So I could end up saying something different by episode 3, but to my knowledge it was because I wanted to set myself up the best for the final 9 and have more fallbacks and kind of create more tension to shift any potential target off me maybe onto someone else and kind of cause division, because it is still a vote where there was a sizable majority on Terry, and I could just easily say that I was a Terry vote and kind of blend in there. So that was the plan.
Hey guys, if you liked the video, be sure to, hit the good old like and subscribe button. And if you're looking to apply to Season 2 of this, the link is in the description below. Application closed on October 14th, and the game begins on October 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good luck!
So I think they're just going to do the outro here. So basically, firstly, apply for Chaotic Reality Season 2 if you want to play in this org that I've been a part of. Again, I have to keep saying it's not YouTube exclusive. You don't have to be known in any social media or Survivor or Big Brother aspect. You can be a regular person just as long as you have a device, as long as you have Discord. You can grab a few items around your house that are kind of easy to obtain, like paper, pen, toothbrush, as we saw in that challenge. Then you're all good to go, really. And you'll end up in Season 2 of the org that I played Season 1 of. So at the end of these videos, I always do MVP and my personal favourite. So I know there was a bit of conversation last time about how Brandon should be shifted from my personal favourite to MVP, and I'm going to do it for this round. Brandon played absolutely fantastic, realigned himself with his It's Britney Bitch Alliance, I think that's the name of it at least, and he was good, integral, and obviously telling me about the vote. He just seemed like he got a lot of knowledge out of the rounds and a lot of mileage out of each conversation he was a part of, and just kind of strengthened his relationship with people. And my personal favourite, Panino, was just hilarious this episode, so I'm going to go with Panino for my personal favourite. And I think that covers everything. Surprisingly a lot shorter of an episode. I did have to respond to some text there during it, so that's why I was looking away from my screen. It's been a busy day and I need to go record some Bandit Survivor videos, so look forward to them on the channel because they'll cover Survivor 45. But thank you all for watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel, check out Chaotic Reality. If you do want to watch another video on the channel, then be sure to check them out because I do games, I do recaps, I do sort of reactions to information about Survivor UK or other international Survivor seasons that have either ended or that could be coming out. But thank you so much for watching these videos. Have a great day. Peace!